Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Luis here, Green Zebra Gardening. I'm at the plot again. I was here yesterday. This morning I was going to come down and harvest a bunch of lettuce. I'm still going to do that, but before I do that, I got lazy. It's, I don't know, 11 o'clock, 11:30 now. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the plot before I start harvesting everything out. I'll go ahead and do the harvest. I'll do another video for that. But at least this way for now to give you an overview as to what's going on. I planted a bunch of stuff yesterday in part of the space, and so that's not going to look like a ton, but let me just show you. Alright, so I seeded the beds, that one, so both sides of those, and then both sides of these on Monday, so a week ago, if we count backwards from tomorrow. That section back there was just seeded yesterday. Everything else was, except for the peas, everything else was brought in as transplants. Oh, and the garlic. Garlic is just bulbs. Onions are technically, they were plants. And then the rest was spread in the back corner. And there's a couple cabbages here and there, tucked in. Anyway, this stuff has started to come up. This I want to say is arugula. This is perpetual Swiss chard. That hasn't come up yet. We have the Brussels sprouts. We have some volunteer zinnias. This is just all seeded yesterday. There are onions in here. We have peas that are looking really good. I think this was spinach over here on this bed. But I don't see anything coming up as of yet. And then this side was nothing but cilantro. I didn't realize Mom loves cilantro so much, and so I didn't actually plant any at the home garden. So I had to take the opportunity here and do it here. So, and here we get full sun pretty much all day. So yesterday, if you saw that video, we planted beet, radishes, turnips, and carrots. A nice little rows here, there, because the space over there is kind of small. I mixed all the same things together and just kind of sprinkled them, broadcasted them over there, watered, mulched, everything. But this shows you how much food you can actually grow in a 10 by 10 space. So it's crazy to me how many people say I don't have enough space. I'm like, look, this is a 10 by 10. Granted, I don't have a ton of walking space. I have just this pathway and then an even smaller one on that side. But I have access on all sides, except for maybe really this side, because that's my neighbor. Love her growing space as well. Shout out to Kate there. But you can really cram in a lot of food in here. And from here, I'm going to harvest a ton of lettuce. I'm going to take over to a friend, and then I'm taking over to my sister. So you guys are full of it if you say you don't have any space, or if you think 10 by 10 is not that big. Alright, I normally don't use this side, this camera, the forward facing, or the rear facing, the selfie camera. I don't know what it's called. Rear facing, forward facing. Anyway, this basically turned into a work video, and I ain't even mad at it. I was going to do multiple videos, but let's just throw it all together. Anyway, I'm pretty much done. I'm actually just waiting for a friend to come down. She is bringing me a wax jambu or wax apple tree. I assume it's a small plant at this point, for a coworker of mine. I told a coworker that I have one, and she kind of like freaked out on me. She was as far as excited, not like a bad freaking out. Anyway, so she's coming down. She's probably gonna be doing a tour, and so when she does that tour, I will share all over my socials. I may do a video with her here. I may be in the video, I may not. Whatever the case may be. It's Wendy, in case anybody cares. Wendy from Wendyland. I will go ahead and link her channel below. She is on her way. I think she's supposed to be here like in 5 or 10 minutes. I picked a bunch of lettuce. I picked a bunch of stuff. I seeded, I watered, I planted. Seeding and planting, similar thing. I went ahead and replanted more peas. Actually, let me just go show you real quick. You know, after all that time-lapse stuff. Alright guys, so if anything, I'm gonna leave this one, and that one. At least that way I have a back wall. So that one's not going anywhere. The side ones, those are going to be maybe tossed, maybe changed. I will at least keep one, that way I can have it here, and then that would at least block this section here. Same thing on the other side, but I don't think I need the extra one. Although I might put it in the middle, but then that's gonna block my center. So I may end up with 2 extra ones of these, which I could probably put it down the middle of that one. But we'll see. Because it's definitely not going all the way back out here. Although, you know what, it's not a bad idea. The only problem is that middle one would basically be sitting right here. And I don't want to have to run a thing that long. I could put posts in here, those green stakes, to give it that extra support. Anyway, I harvested a ton of stuff. Mainly lettuce, kale, and some collard greens, some collard green leaves. I planted, I did find the onions in here after I harvested a bunch of stuff. So I just popped them in all over the place, so we have onions and stuff in between here. I did the planting yesterday on the other side over there, so we're leaving that alone. And then the main seeding I did was the peas back here along the back wall. And then that way you replace this. So these are still in ground, so those can still keep producing. These are just to complete the out, and so because I wanted to have something still going, and they're full of blooms. But this whole backside I went ahead, so now I'm gonna have a nice wall back here, and because the sun comes from that way, I don't want it to block anything. Giant cabbages over here, although there's 2 in there, so I might chop one of them out with my hory here. I'll see if Wendy wants it, because I'm just gonna chop it at the level. I mean, the cabbage leaves are still edible, and there's some, I think they're heading lettuce in there, head lettuce. So I might just take those out and offer those to her as well, because I honestly have so much of it. I'll drop in a picture to show you what I've harvested, but it was just a lot of lettuce, a lot of greens. So that's really gonna be it for this. And I did mulch here and here in between. That walkway is still a tiny bit wider than that one, but I've realized that I can just sit on that and reach over. Not my ideal, but it's what I've got working, what I'm working with. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Alright guys, go ahead and hit the bell notification, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Thank you for all the support. Stick around and we'll show you how much food we can grow in a small space. Everything we harvested today came out of really just that center section, which is, I'd say, like 2x5, maybe 3x5, if even that. We've got all the other stuff planted, but I haven't harvested it yet. So that's it. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.